that it's absolutely insane. So Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are heading towards divorce. Oh no. No, not Bennifer. Not Bennifer. Oh my god. But anyway, let's do a little history lesson. All right. So, let's do this. Let's do this. All of us together, let's go through this ride. 2002. 2002, a year I was 1 year old. The first time Ben and Jenny, Ben and Jen, Ben and Jerry's, Ben and Jen, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. The first time they met, it was on the movie set of a movie called Giggly, which I actually found is a type of cool pasta. Anyways, that was the first time they spent time together. Okay. They've already been in the limelight. This was already, Affleck already won the Oscars from Good Will Hunting. J.Lo has already like made a name for herself. They're already big names. All right. At this time when they met though in 2002, J.Lo was still with her now second ex-husband, this guy called Chris Judd, a dancer who worked for her. So yeah, no shit. No shit. Ben Affleck, Oscar-winning fucking Ben Affleck, all young and fucking rich off of fucking Good Will Hunting. Yeah. No shit, Ben Affleck is pretty much treating J.Lo like she's single on the fucking movie set, right? So J.Lo was with that dancer when they first met, but let's scroll a little bit. So then this was like 2002, started 2002. J.Lo gets divorced with backup dancer, the fucking backup dancer in June 2002, which is ridiculous. Okay, so bam, boom, boom. She set her eyes on Ben on set. Bam, bam, bam. Let me get divorced. Then 4 months later, in November 2002. So J.Lo divorced June 2002. 4 months later, November 2002, my boy Ben drops down to one knee and pops the question. So think about it. So bam, 4 months. Just 4 months, bam, they're engaged. So during the whole winter, like imagine this winter and the spring season of '02 to '03, and then all of a sudden it's the summer. The relationship is fresh and hot. They just came back from the tropical islands back to LA to spend summer. Giggly, the movie that they were working together on, is in post-production and waiting to get released. And just as 2003 summer ends, the movie drops. Okay, the movie drops, right? The first movie. Okay, what do we expect from this movie with J.Lo and Ben Affleck, with Bennifer? Okay, what do we expect? 2.6 on IMDb, and that's just IMDb. I didn't even want to search the Rotten Tomatoes. And they had a okay, listen to this. They had a $75 million budget, and the hot box office, or the not even hot, the box office was 7.2 million. $75 million investment, $7.2 million in the box office. Every UK cinema dropped the film after 1 week. And here are some memorable quotes from the movie that I dug out. J.Lo's character: "It's turkey time." Ben's character: "Huh?" J.Lo's character: "Gobble, gobble." What the fuck? The next month, Ben and J.Lo were supposed to get married. So like August, the movie comes out. The next month, September, they're supposed to get married. And they're supposed to say "I do" to each other. But they called it off 3 days before the fucking wedding, was set to happen. And I honestly think Ben was just afraid that when J.Lo gets asked, "Do you take this man to be your wedded husband?" she's gonna answer, "Gobble gobble." Gobble gobble. Dude, you're because these fucking actors and actresses, they get paid based off how well the fucking movie does. So think about the fact that they got 7.2 mil. They thought they were gonna be rich off their ass. They're gonna be together, fucking living life, and everything's gonna be fine. But all of a sudden, it's fucking gobble gobble, and the fucking engagement goes down the fucking drain. And in January 2004, they officially broke up. So August, movie drops. September, wedding was supposed to happen. 3 days before it happens, it gets canceled. Gobble gobble. Few months after, October, November, December, January 2004, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. It's done. J.Lo, Ben, it's done. So after their first, let's analyze this. Let's analyze this. So after their first stint together, their first go, Ben Affleck gets married to Jennifer Garner. Okay, he goes from one Jennifer to another Jennifer. He goes to a Latino Jennifer to a white Jennifer. I mean, this guy's just fucking next level. But anyways, they have 3 kids together. They get married. They have 3 kids together until a divorce in 2018. So they actually gave it a solid go. And Jennifer Garner, it's all reported that they're in good condition. They have a good friendship or whatever. Then he goes on, after 2018, Ben Affleck goes on a solid run that consists of Lindsay Shook Us, which, I mean, when I heard this news, it definitely shook us. Lindsay Shook Us was the producer of SNL at the time. I don't know if she is still. Then he goes from like a fucking experienced, person in the industry to fucking Shauna Sexton, who was a 23-year-old at the time. Oh, just a savage, like 23-year-old. Okay, just okay, just put that in perspective. And then before finally, so after the 23-year-old, he goes, fuck that. And before falling back into J.Lo's arms, Ben B. Affleck was with Ana de Armas. Yeah, Ana the Armas. Yeah. Are you freaking kidding me? And yes, she is probably the baddest chick Ben ever pulled, but she was in her 30s. They were in different points of their lives, Like, look at this. I just don't know. Really, you have already kids and I want more kids. I don't know if we can do it anymore, Ben. And that's just how it was. And Ben, even though how much it goddamn hurt, fucking hell, it must fucking hurt for fucking Ana de Armas to fucking just call that one off. But that was the magic, though. That was the magic, because what did Ana de Armas remind Ben of? Well, it was that Latino spice. It's that Latino freaking spice that is so different and next level. It's always gonna grab a hold of you. So he goes back to a Jennifer. But instead of Jennifer Garner, the woman in which he has 3 kids with, he goes back to Jennifer, J.Lo. And let's just, before we move on to how we got till now, let's look at the other side. Let's look at the other perspective here. We're fully breaking the absurdity of this, the pure absurdity of this. Okay, so let's just all right, like casually, like no big deal. This is like still two people living life and shit, you know. So after so J.Lo's path looked like this after my being with my boy Ben, right? After Ben, there was a marriage as well. So that's actually one thing we can start comparing, where Ben and J.Lo, they both do kind of the same thing. They get married. They get married. J.Lo gets married with singer and songwriter Mark Anthony, and the couple at the time had twins, which is similar to what Ben did. Similar, just a little bit, just slightly, but got married after and had kids, right? The two singers, they split up in 2011, so didn't carry out as far as Ben and the other Jennifer, but Jennifer definitely gave it a proper shot with Mark as well. 2011, this ends, and J.Lo went back to back up. She went back to a backup dancer, which was as we recall, she was already with kind of a dancer guy before starting the first time with Ben. But this guy was called Casper Smart. And after that one ended, she definitely had to step it up a notch, and ended up with 69 God Drake. 69 God Drake. Then, of course, that probably had a unique experience of its own, and before falling back into Ben Affleck's arms, there was one guy, and you see how you just stepping up a notch too. You do one that's a little crazy, a little bit like out of your like comfort zone. So J.Lo was with like a backup dancer type of deal, just a dancer, and then Ben Affleck was with a 23-year-old, and then what do? We go into bang. J.Lo ends up with a fucking baseball legend, Aaron Rodriguez. And I mean, to be fair with you, this is one of the better, like A-Rod and J.Lo. A-Rod and J.Lo. And no, Alex Rodriguez. Is it Alex Rod? Wait. Am I tripping? A-Rod. I might be tripping. No, it is Alex Rodriguez. Did I say Aaron Rodriguez? I'm sorry. And they almost tied the knot. So they got engaged March 2019. And to be fair, guys, they got engaged 2019. The coronavirus probably fucking killed their chances of a fucking marriage, honestly. Maybe they could have made it all the way to a wedding and a few years past the wedding, but you throw corona year during your engagement, that's not going to help. That's definitely not going to help at all. And so corona kills off that marriage because they were delaying it all throughout 2020. And in April 2021, A-Rod and J.Lo break it off. And in May 2021, the month after, J.Lo was back with B. Affleck after 17 years apart. Oh my goodness gracious. So you're telling me the last time they got together was pretty much like fresh off of J.Lo with someone. And then after 17 years, they do the same thing. They do the fucking same thing with less lag time. Last time, at least reportedly, the lag time was 4 months. Allegedly. Now you're telling me it's a month? So April 2021, A-Rod and J.Lo break it off. May 2021, J.Lo was back with Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck. After 17 years. Oh my God. And in April 2022, so 11 months later, what did you do? Oh my God. What did you do? Oh my God. This wine has hit me too much. If I'm ever going to have a love story like this, oh my God. So 11 months. In April 2022, I mean, Ben doesn't even probably get down on one knee anymore. Probably just pops the question while he's on the shitter. All right, Jen. All right, honey. Should we just get married? July 2022, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are married, and Bennifer is back on for the second time in history. So what happened? Why are you here? Why am I here giving you a full-blown lecture? Okay, because that's all this is all what today's B Affle over J.Lo. That's just, unfortunately, that's just how it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ben has been through a lot. But the constant is, it's like every time, I think for Ben too, it's like every time he gets back with J.Lo, he just ultimately understands that, wait, isn't it kind of messed up? Like the fact that she was just with that guy and that like she instantly came to me right after. That guy first a fucking backup dancer, then a goddamn fucking baseball legend. And I gotta take it with open arms. I gotta go home to a 50-year-old Puerto Rican lady. I'm telling you, I talked about this earlier, but Ben Affleck, like he was attending his ex-wife's father's funeral, right? So his children's grandpa's funeral, right? Which was live streamed for some reason onto the internet. And his daughter, Serafina, decided to transition into a son, Finn, again during a funeral, and again he has to go back to a 50-year-old Puerto Rican lady who's also very successful and good looking and who thinks she's the shit, and she is the shit. But do you think Ben could take that? Ben can't take it. Ben can't take it no more. So, no shit, my boy Ben is crashing out a little bit, okay? The video of him closing the car door for J.Lo is probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen, ever, coming out of Hollywood. That's the best footage I've ever seen come out of Hollywood. Him just go, open the door, waits for her to get in, while holding an iced coffee. Get in the car. It's fucking hilarious. This guy. I mean, at the end of the day, man, Ben really is. I feel like he just wants to live out that Good Will Hunting character. He don't give a fuck, man. He's just gonna do that one thing, keep on hustling, and then he just doesn't want that whining. At least he just lives one life, and that's just the way he lives, and that's that.